Some of you might remember the video of the cruise night. Well, YouTube gave me a copyright strike. There must have been some very popular background music that they didn't agree with. So I'm doing the cruise night over again. I'm going to edit a little differently. And also, I found out that my father drove a 1955 Buick. Now this car called the Rumblebee did really rumble like a beehive when you came up close. I really thought this old-timer car show was very special because they opened up their hood at the front and the trunks at the back so that people could look at the motors, which was really interesting for especially mechanics. And it was really cool to see the car from inside and outside. Well, this car looks really comfy. Those seats, they look so comfortable that I believe you probably could sleep in them overnight. Way back in 1973, my mother and I drove a red Volkswagen Beetle. We shared the car and drove each other to work. At this car show, I wasn't looking for an older Buick at the time because I didn't know that my father drove a Buick. Maybe you guys can spot one in this video. If you do, please tell me. Boy, does this truck need a lot of work, and someone needs to have a lot of patience and money to go with it to get this car back into original shape. I don't know what year this car is, but apparently if you need to tank up this car with gas, you have to go to the back of the car right here. Now this 1970 purple car here is called the Shaker. I'm just wondering if the motor is shaking like crazy when it's running. Does anybody know? There's a lot of room in these older cars. I remember you could sleep in the back seat easily overnight. You didn't need a tent or a trailer. This next car here, the 1937 Jaguar, is a real showstopper. This would be so neat to drive around nowadays, and I believe it's a very rare car. For some reason, this car reminds me of the Batman and Robin shows that I used to watch way back in the 70s. Thank you everyone for watching the new cruise night video, and stay tuned because I'm leaving for Germany in a few days.